Well, good morning. It is Capital Region Sunday once again. I am Richie Phillips here with a really, really special guest. He is a student at Shaker Junior High School, a 7th grader. I would like to introduce to the Capital Region and hopefully the world, because I think he's going to be famous someday, Jeremy Wernick. Good morning, Jeremy.
Morning to you.
How are you?
Good.
I wanted to read something to you, but I bet you have the same information. I was looking at this because we're talking about children's cancer when we talk to you here. It said here, despite major advances, every day, 43 children are diagnosed with cancer in the United States, every single day. Is that some of the information that you've gotten?
More or less. Every 3 minutes, a kid is diagnosed with some kind of cancer.
It is amazing. Would you happen to know anybody personally that has it?
Fortunately, no. But I know there are a lot of people out there that do have people that they know that do have cancer.
And this is why we have you on the air, because you are a very, very special guy, because you're doing something for these kids who do have cancer. Can you tell everybody what you're involved in? I know you're involved in a lot of things.
Well, first, I shave my head every year for the past 5 years now for St. Baldrick's Foundation. St. Baldrick's collects money for childhood cancer research, and over the years, I have raised over $8,600. And this year, I raised over $2,700.
Unbelievable. Now, what motivated you to start this in the first place?
Well, when I was in 2nd grade, because I started actually shaving my head in 3rd grade, we got a letter home from our school district, and it was about the St. Baldrick's Foundation. But what was on the newsletter was about the event that had already happened. So I go up to my parents and I'm like, I really want to do this. But it was the event that had already happened,
right.
So I couldn't really do that. So then the year after, what happens is it's at my school. So I get to be able to shave my head at my school, and I set a very low goal for myself, around 200, I think. And I ended up raising over $1,100.
That's motivation there to keep going.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That tells a lot about everybody in your school, and but it also says unbelievable things about you. Now, you're also involved not only with St. Baldrick's, but something for around Thanksgiving time, correct?
Yes, a charity that, not to brag, but I am the founder of, called Hatsgiving.
You came up with the name, Hatsgiving?
Well, actually, the name originated from my sister's social studies teacher, who is now my social studies teacher.
Okay.
And he has quiz holidays. So he has Quizmas, Quizgiving, the 8 days of Quizzica, Quizumbus Day, Quizection Day, and many more interesting quiz holidays.
Sounds like a fun teacher. That's great. You have now Hatsgiving. And because of this, now, what is involved with Hatsgiving? You provide hats to kids with cancer.
Yes. So we have collected almost 1,500 hats over the years that we have been doing Hatsgiving. And the first year we collected 226 hats. And then the year after, we collected over 1,200 hats. So I'd say a fairly big difference.
Now, what is your strategy for collecting these hats? How do you do it? How do you get these numbers? I mean, we don't get these numbers on radio.
For collecting hats, really, we actually have a website, which if you want to go to it, it's hatsgiving.org, and that has a bunch of locations and stuff on it. But Hatsgiving, our strategy, really, we don't even do a whole lot of promoting, but at my school, my elementary school, so Fort Ferry, we actually had a hat collection drop-off there for our first year, and then the second year we had to drop off there as well, but we were able to collect a bunch of hats from that area.
Now, are you talking about new hats, or can they donate used hats?
New or handmade winter hats are what we are looking for.
Mm-hmm. And you're still looking, obviously. That's why we're doing this, right? You'd like to go out with all of our town square stations and tell everybody about this, because you're going to be on 4 of our radio stations, by the way.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. You could get a lot of hats out of this. So once again...
At least, yeah.
Yeah. So, Jeremy, why don't you give out the website once again? We're going to keep hammering out that website for people to go to.
The website for Hatsgiving is hatsgiving.org. So if you want to know how to spell it, HATSGIVING.org.
That's great. You know, I've had an opportunity to go to St. Jude. Have you ever been to St. Jude Children's Hospital?
No, I have not.
What a fantastic place there. And what's interesting about that is when you see a child who's bald, they don't feel out of place at all because maybe like half of the kids there are bald. So it's great. You know, they don't feel out of place. But for the kids who do feel out of place here, you're providing such an incredible service.
That's what I'm trying to do, at least.
Plus, you're keeping their heads warm.
Yes, and that is the important part.
Right.
Because some of these kids don't really have the luxury of having these hats. And for every year that I've shaved my head, I have had handmade hats from my mom. And that's how I actually got the idea for Hatsgiving. Because my first year, we were like, we should do something. And then my second year, actually, no, it was my second year that we were like, we should do something. And then my third year of St. Baldrick's, we actually got Hatsgiving in full-fledged, and we actually collected the 226 hats.
And you're getting hats from out of the area, too, right? Didn't you get one from
Yes,
Pennsylvania?
we have gotten hats from Florida.
Wow.
And we have also gotten hats from a fraternity from the University of Pennsylvania.
And sports teams as well?
Yes, we have gotten hats from the New York Giants,
Wow.
the Jets, the Red Sox, and the Valley Cats.
It's just, we have to hire you. We have to hire you for Town Square Media. You're a brilliant marketer, too. I'm surprised that other places haven't taken your idea and done Hatsgiving all over the place.
Probably not with the same name, but there might be other kids that have the same idea.
Sure.
Might be. I'm not saying that there are. I'm just saying that there might be.
Well, there should be. It's such a successful thing for you. Although they need you. You're the magic touch, I think, with all this.
Yeah. I guess I kind of am.
You are. Now, I see some statistic here, like in Albany Med, who does so much for children's cancer. They see 1,000 different cancer patients every single year. Have you gone to their hospital at all and handed out hats?
Yes. I have gone to Albany Med before. It's a very nice place. And the first year, they had a huge Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. So since it was the first year of Hatsgiving and they had a huge Christmas tree, we're like, hey, can we decorate the Christmas tree with a bunch of hats? And I saw a bunch of people walking by that area just with their jaws dropped. It was kind of funny to watch. It was a big tree.
Yeah.
And it was covered with hats. There was hardly any room for any other hats. It was impressive.
Do you have a picture of that? I'd love to get a picture of that and put it on our website.
On hatsgiving.org, there actually is a picture of it.
How does it make you feel to do all this, to give to others? It's got to be such an incredible feeling.
It feels pretty great, to be honest.
And have other kids in your class, have they been interested in joining the movement?
The first year when I shaved my head, it was a huge school event, so there were a bunch of other people that had shaved their head as well. But I've kind of been the only one that has continued doing St. Baldrick's. Mm-hmm. And for Hatsgiving, we have had many parents from last year from my elementary school donate a bunch of hats. And this year, I have also gotten hats from my gym coach, actually, who does Coaches versus Cancer.
I'm also reading here in your bio that you're a really modest guy, but you don't even take birthday presents. You accept donations instead of your own birthday presents. Is that true?
Yeah, that's actually how I get as many donations as I do, because I schedule it around my birthday. So that way, instead of presents, I take donations. And a bunch of kids are like, what? You're giving up presents? But at this point, I mean, I still get stuff from my family and stuff, so it's not like I'm completely giving up presents. But at this point, I don't even remember what they are, to be honest. It's just like, wait, I forgot that was a thing. For like 364 days of the year, you forget about it completely. And then when you're actually bald, you remember, oh yeah, that's what those things are.
Do your parents have anything to complain about you? They have to be so proud of you.
I don't think they have anything negative. Not to shoot my own horn. I don't think they do.
How could they possibly? It's so great having you on the air. Now that you have all this free airtime, is there anything else you'd like to say to the listening audience here?
One more thing about where we're going to get hats from this year.
Oh, yeah.
Schools have contacted us, and one of the schools was closer to Canada than it is to Albany.
That's a good point. I mean, wouldn't you like to spread the word to all the Capital Region schools? How can they help?
Yes, and there's actually a contact us part of the website, so hatsgiving.org. And you can contact us, and if you want to drop off hats, there are the locations listed on the website as well.
Jeremy Wernick from Shaker Junior High School, doing fantastic things for children with cancer, and we really appreciate you calling in today.
Thank you.